Greek mythology tells us that when the gods granted King Midas the power to turn anything he touched into gold, he also wished for his worst nightmare. Humanity has created its best and worst creation in 1907 when Leo Hendrik Baekeland, a Belgian-American scientist, created plastic. Since the birth of plastic, the use has become overwhelming. New plastics were invented, such as neopropylene in 1932 and polyethylene in 1933 and Persiplex in 1934. Plastic really took off during World War II when metals such as aluminum were in short supply, began its use in plane cockpits, and were made of Persiplex and plastic were also used to make synthetic rubber for tires. Plastic was created as a lighter, less expensive option to steel, not to mention easier to work with. There is a place in this world for plastic, but today it has become an epidemic, causing numerous waste to our planet, our oceans, and our landfills. In the early 1960s, the modern-day shopping bag we all know and use today was invented by a Swedish engineer, Sten Gustafsson Thulin. In the 1970s, plastic soda bottles were introduced as an effective way to sell soft drink product. Scientists today estimate that 8 million metric tons of plastic end up in our oceans each year. This adds up to an estimated 150 million metric tons currently circulating our oceans. To put that number into perspective, the amount is equivalent to a full garbage truck dumping plastic into our oceans every minute. Unfortunately, although these plastics are a useful product, many of the forms it takes are created for single use, with an estimated 50% of plastic used once and thrown away. According to the Ocean Conservancy, plastic has been found in more than 60% of all seabirds and 100% of all sea turtle species. This needs to change if we're ever to slow down global warming and environmental impact of humans on the planet. At this time, there is no measurable way to accurately know the amount of microplastics circulating our oceans and natural ecosystems. Microplastics are created when plastic starts to break down into microscopic, undigestible parts that end up in human and natural food chains. Plastic bags are their own sort of disease. They are discarded into the soil and slowly release toxic chemicals. They literally take 10 to 1,000 years to decompose, while plastic bottles can take 450 years or more. Some ways we can eliminate plastic: stop using plastic straws, even in restaurants. Here are a few tips to help become more plastic wise. Use a reusable produce or shopping bag. Buy boxes or glass containers instead of plastic bottles and plastic packages. Purchase food like cereal, pasta, and rice from bulk bins and fill a reusable bag or container. Plastic will eventually negatively affect all species on Earth. By making a few simple changes to our daily routines, we can all become a little bit more plastic wise